At least no red folders. The bigger red folder is going to come in here at 9:45 today, so we'll keep an eye out for that. And then we're pretty much, you got a sea of US dollar here in the news for the remainder of the day. So we should have some volume here today. Week's got off to a great start. Let's see how we can keep this thing moving. All right, so let's jump into the technicals. We're gonna do a fresh top-down analysis on both gold and ES here. Maybe we'll take a look at the Nasdaq as well today. But real quick, Clubhouse, let me know how the music is doing. Do we need to lower? Do we need to lower? Yeah, no, a little bit. All right, let's lower the music here real quick. Okay, that should be just about good. Yeah, that should be good. And let's get it rolling here. Yeah, record. Yeah, we good. Thank you, guys. Let's jump into the technicals here. Let's open up gold. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me, sub to the channel, and let's get it popping here, all right? Yeah, you ready? Okay, so gold. Let's move over to the daily time frame here. It looks like we actually did close outside of the range yesterday, which is pretty damn impressive, right? So what we were looking at yesterday was you had basically a lot of support here on gold, right? This is the daily time frame. You also have resistance sitting right here, and Friday's candle, I should say, right, closed bullish but in the range and with no top wick, right? So yesterday we were anticipating, right, that this candle, even though it was bullish during the New York session, that we could possibly come back down and dive back down into that range, really, right, to give this candle a lower wick. Now, there was just way too much volume, way too much bullish or upside, I should say, yesterday, that we never did do that. But look, I mean, we had an idea, we stuck with it. We actually did take a winning trade based, off of that idea. But gold just continued to move up, right? And what did we do? We closed again here with no top wick. So we're just continuing to break all-time highs. We're obviously very, very bullish on gold here. Would love, obviously, today to maybe get like a support form and then be able to take buys or some sort of range 2 sells here today. So that's pretty much it. I mean, sometimes gold is going to move like this, and you may not be able to get an opportunity in at times, but what will always happen is you'll always get somewhat of a pullback and new range will form, right? So, I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen if you let trades go in these all-time highs. So let's drop down to the 4-hour. Let's see how we can go about our session here today. So looks like the 4-hour just went for a ride. You closed very, very strong bullish. Again, there's nothing to the left, right? So when we want to take a buy here, we go, okay, well, where to? Right? Where do we take the buy till, right? You know, normally we would look left and we say, okay, you know, resistance here, perfect, right? But you got none of that. So you have none of that in these all-time highs here, so it makes it very difficult to go ahead and go long here just due to the fact that there is no target, right? So ideally, you want to see, again, that pullback, and then you got new targets here. But we don't have that yet on the 4-hour. Let's see how this 4-hour does. We're midway through, and we haven't really done much, right? We've just kind of made a little upper wick. Right now we're making a lower wick, so haven't really done much here. So we're going to need the 1 hour and 30 minute and all that type of stuff here to really help us out with where we want to go here in terms of direction. So everything's pointing up. 4-hour daily, we'll see what the 1 hour is bringing us. We got a resistance here on the 1 hour. We broke the lows, but we're beginning to come back up. So let's see what's stopping price down here from moving down. Okay, that makes sense. So 30-minute time frame has a bit of a resistance here. You have a resistance here. You have really, support there. You have resistance here. Kind of got a little fake out here. So I don't want to like not pay attention to that, right? That could be pretty huge. It's going to be very risky, right, to go short here. But again, like if we can use that idea that there's a fake out here, right? Prices in these all-time highs, we get a closure below 2 minutes, we got volume coming in. Could we see a move back down, right? We'll see. You know, I think we need that closure before we do that. The 1 hour and 30 all coming to a closure here. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, I think the 15 sets us up here. So you got a support at 38.12. You have resistance sitting up here at 38.20. Again, looks like we got a little bit of a fake out here. So let's pay attention to the idea of the potential closures below, during like 8:15, 8:30 today, and you might have a nice run down, right? You got to retest this zone at some point here on the higher time frame. This might be where it happens. So yeah, that's what I'll look for. I don't really know how interested I am in buys, especially on the closure above, because again, you know, no targets here to the left, not really sure where we want to go. I usually don't trade those highs here, but we'll take a look at, you know, if and when that happens. But overall, if this candle here can close bullish now, right, and we can get the next 15-minute the next 15-minute candle here to potentially close bearish, right, below the range, then I think I'll be open to taking those sells here. Yeah, you would have volume coming in. We kind of take something like this to move down, and then that could possibly be the trade of the New York session before the news. So that is that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on gold. Let's measure this range here. Sheesh, 88 pip range. But really nothing to do, you know, nothing to do. I think the only thing we can do is maybe if you like close below here, right, and then you get, let's say, a closure that stays pretty tight, you know, towards like 38.12, right, and then go ahead and take those buys. I mean, they're available too, but you know, we'll have to see about that when they come. So it's a big range. Would love to play around in it, but yeah, we got nothing here. We got nothing. So we got to wait, and we'll see what happens. Volume's coming in now, though, so we'll see where we can go. And again, we wait for these closures, and we should be right on pace for a winning day here. So that is it. Sells below 38.12 for me, and we'll look at 38.20 if we get up there. Yeah, I don't really know if I'm going to do anything here. I don't even want to say I'm going to take buys, because I'm probably not going to take buys. So let's just put a range up there. Keep an eye that we had a fake out. Excuse me. And then, yeah, we go from there. All right. The only way I take buys is if we get a 4-hour wick, right? A much steeper wick here on that 4 hours. So you see how our sells are the break of the lows here. So if we can break the 4-hour lows and on the lower time frame get ourselves a closure, right, then we get the move down. Whether we're able to participate in this move or not, at least now you're getting a 4-hour lower wick, right? And then what you'll notice is price will create some type of support down here, and then maybe this, right, could be the 4-hour lower wick for us to anticipate the 4-hour now to continue moving bullish, right, and break those highs later. So all that would look like on the 4-hour chart would just be this new candle making a steep low. That would be that move down, and then we could potentially try and find buys like right here, kind of like right here on that 4-hour wick before it gets going. So that's another idea here today as well. We'll just kind of, you know, see what comes. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. All right, Z Gamer in the house. So that's it. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? Anyone? We'll take a look at ES here as well. Yeah, basically right now, gold's just chopping around. I want you guys to look at it, right? Are we moving up, down, or sideways? Up, down, or sideways? Up, down, or sideways? Up, down, or sideways? There we go. Sideways. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell, y'all. All right, Clubhouse. Yeah, sideways. So we don't want to trade sideways, do we? I mean, I don't, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. Again, I'm kind of open to trading this range, but at the same time, we got to either buy from the bottom, sell from the top here. Definitely can't do anything mid-range here. Okie dokie smoky. All right, let's do this. Let's go over to ES here. Let's move along, and let's see what... Oh, we got some sideways action here. Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Again, all-time highs, never the best. Yeah, we got nothing. I got nothing for y'all right here. Not even gonna try and sound all smart like, we're gonna put trade ES and 4 hours, and yeah, we're just looking at just a very, very rough and tough price action here on the 4 hour. If we're gonna look for anything, I mean, this is your range here, right? You got support sitting at 46. Let's drop down to the 30. Yeah, support at 45, and that's it, man. It's going to be, again, tough to take buys up here. I think closures below, I think, will set us up. That's going to be clean range on the 15, clean range on the 30, and clean range on the 1 hour. So that's it. That's my only idea today on ES is taking sells below 45. That'll break the 4 hour low, and that should put us in position to move down. What would be even better is if we can close bearish right? First on the 4-hour time frame. Now we have a bearish bias for the rest of the session, and then we could take the sells coming down. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really interested in buys, though, I'll tell you that. Why not, Nick? I don't know. Big candle, small candle, small candle, small candles, right? Just kind of just dying out. Plus, it's in the all-time highs, and just not interested in trading up there. Yes, I think today we get a sell. All right, we'll see. We'll see. That'd be cool. A buy would be cool. A sell would be cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. They all make money, so I'm interested. Why'd you transition from top one to top one from top step? I mean, I still trade them both. You know, I got top one here. I got top step here. So I haven't really transitioned. I just use them both. Yeah, I use top one for any sort of like instant account, instant funded, and then I use top step when I want to just murk some markets in like 5 days. Look at this one. So I got funded on this. These were, by the way, hold on. Let me check my email for a second before I roast. So yeah, I mean, look, I've yet to hear back from Top Step. There's supposed to be 5 accounts here that I passed. They were all on copy traders. Friday morning when I woke up, apparently there was only 3 accounts here. So I'm literally missing 2 XFAs from Top Step for no reason at all. Literally, they literally just took 2 of my XFAs and they're completely gone. Like, has this happened to anyone else? So this really should be times 5 accounts, right? Because they were all on the copy trader, all of them. So anytime I want to get a combine and anyway, that's besides the point. Anytime I want to cook, I just come over here. So right now I got, I need one more red day. I'm sorry, one more green day, and then I could take 2, 4, 6. I could take probably like 3,000. But man, that's supposed to be probably more like a $6,000 payout. So I'm a little salty about that. Top Step has not even gotten back to me at all, and I'm missing 2 XFAs that I purchased, passed, bought the activation fee, even hit I think I traded them for 1 day. Yeah, 1 day was green on them, and now they're just gone. So just wondering where those are, Top Step. They appear on my back end with nothing wrong with them. Literally. Every single account states the same data. It's crazy. I didn't trade those 2 off of the copy trader one time. Yeah, so Top Step got some sketchy stuff going on. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. And they've been very they have not hit me back in about I reached out to them on Friday. Haven't heard back from them yet. What the heck is right, bro? I need my accounts, man. I need these accounts. Playing with my money's like playing with my emotions, Smokey. They've been refusing my friend's payout too. Yeah, man. I don't know. The green took them? Yeah. Green took them. What up, Jay Deezy? Yeah, I don't know. Yep. So that's another reason why I love Top One, because I know the owners of Top One, and obviously they're even if you don't know the owners of Top One, their customer service is second to none. If I have that problem with Top One, I can just reach out to their customer service. I'll get it fixed in probably within an hour. So yeah, but what are you gonna do? Life goes on. They should be able to give me those 2 back. I don't see why they wouldn't. I sent them another email. I'm demanding that they match the profits on the other accounts though, because hey, they're supposed to be on a copy trader right now, not in La La Land. Yep. Yeah, top one solid. Yep. Make a Twitter post. We'll take. Let's go get popular on Twitter. Yeah, they'll give me 2 free resets. That's right. Here you go, man. You can try it again. Try it again. It is. It's lost in the ether, bro. Hey, give me 1 sec. So yeah, man. So that's my issue with Top Step right now. Kind of annoying because I could be up 2, 4, 6, 8. I could be up 10,000, getting ready to request a 5K payout tomorrow. So they should bounce them. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm demanding in the email now. I'm demanding it. They're probably like, dude, we don't care about you. Can we talk about the ES trade yesterday? Yes, of course. So I did take so after yesterday's beautiful trade on the live stream, a little while later, I did take a trade on ES. I went extremely small. I was literally just trying to, participate in the playbook at a very low size. So it was a loss. I lost about $100 on it, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But this was the trade right here. I thought it was pretty good for the most part. I really don't see anything too wrong. Hold on, let me just go this one right here. So basically, we're obviously moving bullish, crazy bullish run here. We get a bearish candle to close, right? This candle sitting right here, right? You get that candle to close. So obviously, we're not going to take sells off of that one, right? And look, same thing happened. We break the lows, we come back up. But I did take a sell once this candle closed here. So we kind of had that like nice little range 2 breakout where we didn't we don't enter on the first red candle, but we wait for that second closure. Entered right here after this candle made a top wick, came down, broke the lows. I went into profit here. But I didn't close anything. I didn't move stops to break even. And then price just kind of came on this candle, actually. Next candle closed. And boom, we just like aggressively moved up and just, hit, basically pushed through. So I was only risking like 1 contract. So I only had like $100 loss there. But yeah, that was it. I thought it was a good trade, though. Yeah, I thought it was a good trade. I could have easily seen us. We had a nice little area over here that I was really trying to get down into. So that was it. Yeah, that was it. So, yeah, that was any questions on that? I know somebody asked about it. Any questions on it specifically? What went wrong? I just think we were very, very bullish. I think that was it. I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? So you don't take this sell because you're very bullish. But then as this closure comes in, now you give yourself a shot to go short there. So, I mean, I thought it was a good trade. Yeah, I'd definitely go low size, right? Because you're going against a very heavy move up. So I just went very low on that trade. I was really only trying to make like $200. Like I was risking like 100 to make like 2 or maybe it was like 300, but that was it. Wasn't trying to get a big trade out of that. That's why I want a live account. Yeah, man. None of those things go down with the live account. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I did. I actually have a Tradeovate account with a couple $1,000 in it that I just like kind of re-signed into. So I got 2 live accounts, a futures and a forex, and I got 2 funded accounts now. So spinning a lot of plates though. Okay, Goldie. We got 1 minute here on a closure. It's going to be a 15-minute closure. There's no top wick on the 30 yet. So, ideally this isn't the best trade yet. So we'll see how this kind of pans out. Yeah, let's talk about Asian session. Let's just wait like 1 minute here. I just want to see the closure. Let's pop up Zoom. I don't even know who's here today. I don't even know who's here. Let's check attendance. Could I have a look at London sesh? I saw a good setup on the 1 hour at 1 a.m. your time, I think, but did not take it because no wick. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, nice closure here. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that either, but if it had left a wick, I would have definitely taken it. Yeah, wick here and a wick there, and profits up here. Excuse me. Yeah, that looked pretty good. A little pre-London volume, push us up. Yeah, these buys were taken in London right here, so you had a little support being formed, right? Kind of like an inverted celery, and how'd that candle close? 18 seconds. So you had kind of like this inverted celery here, right? And the idea was buys, right? Buys off of there. See if we can kind of push up, retest the highs. So Magnus called this buy right here, and we went up. We hit the resistance, but then we kind of rejected, and the next candles continued pushing up. So I think most people got to close some partials right there, though. So good trade. Yeah, good trade. Would have liked that to run, obviously, a little bit more, but you gotta take what you get, right? You can't force the market to really do anything. So, okay, so we didn't close. We closed right at it actually. So we're gonna wait here. Again, I think if we can, two options here, right? We could either pop up, create the high, break the low, and then get in, or we can come up, break the high, close bullish, wait for the next candle, and if that next candle closes bearish, then it's on. That's our move right there. This one right here. This is probably the golden move right here. So I'm also open though if we do kind of pump up, give the candle a wick and then take the impulse here, but I will have to go low risk because we never got that closure yet. So I think the option number 2 is going to be our best bet here if we want to make some money and actually take a good solid winning trade. All right. Let's see here. Better we can plan a buy as support. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, we're just going to wait here. I think if this candle can possibly, right, wick down, then close like this, right? That would be better than us just taking a buy like here, right? Because now we got all this in our way, and we got no rejection to the downside yet, and no break of the low or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't really want to take that buy, but if we do kind of wick down and then close the way I drew it out, that would be great. Yo, what's up, Wayne? Good to see you, man. What up, Zyper? What up, what up? That's good. Let's talk about last night's trade too. So we took this trade here in Asian session, and I think we finally got hit on our win streak. I think we had a 10 trade win streak going in the clubby. But we took this trade last night in Asian session, and this one was a loss here. So we ended up basically watching this area right here. So we started paying close attention to what was happening here. We continued to get like a rejection, a closure below. This candle closed above, right? But, didn't really, there was nothing to the left here, so nothing really going on. We wanted to wait. We want to see can this next candle, like we were waiting for a closure back below. Kind of like this, right? You see how that candle closed here? And then boom, boom, right? That's what we wanted to see somewhere over here. A nice resistance and then boom, boom, push down towards the bottom of the range. So we waited. This candle ended up kind of looking like it wanted to move bearish. And then I said, hey, if we can come up and break the highs, that would be amazing, right? And we actually did come up. We broke the highs. We came back down. We closed bearish, right? So now we had a bearish closure on a 30-minute, 1 hour. And the only issue here, I think, was the 15-minute. You see these wicks right here? These were like 15-minute support, kind of like we have today on gold, right? Kind of like that. So that's why sometimes you can't trust that, right? Now there goes that high, by the way. See the high right there? We got that little pack runner there. So anyway, back to this trade. So yeah, we wanted to see the highs break. The highs broke. We got the closure below, and yeah, we just took the trade. Took it as a regular onion play on the break of these lows. We had partials right here. If you look left, the reason why we have partials right there is because we want to see if we can kind of just come down like we did last time, right into that area, close partials, and let the rest of it run into full, like that support down there. So yeah, that was it. Good loss in my opinion. Yeah, I'd probably take this trade over and over again. The only thing I think that really stopped us here, where probability went against us, would probably be the little minor support on the 15-minute, because at the end of it all, we ended up continuing driving down, right? So we actually did end up pushing down. So after we moved up, right, we did something like this where we moved up, and then what happened is we created something like this, right? Grab a little bit more liquidity, move back up one more time, and then we sold off. So all of a sudden, then you had this move. So I actually did take this trade also. So I'll let all that go down. And then this candle opened up, made a nice top wick, which I'll show you in a second, and I took this sell. And what happened was this move went all the way down to our full TP. So, you know, we weren't really wrong, right, about the idea and the direction. We were just wrong about the time. And look, I mean, that's going to happen sometimes. Trading is a lot about timing. As you guys have seen, like the precision out here is like on point, you know, but you can't be precise every single time. So there's going to be some times where, you know, your idea is correct, but you're just a little early, right? Or you're just a little late, and that's all good. You know, it's part of trading. So that was pretty much it. Let me show you guys that next move. So that was the next move. So as you can see, this is where we got stopped out on the first one right here. Right here. And then price pushed up, did all that, created a brand new resistance. I've seen a bunch of you guys took this too. And yeah, this thing just ended up melting all the way down here. So I was able to close partials there. I was able to come back there, and that was pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah, so basically got my account from, what was the account at? Who was an Asian? I think my account was like negative like 760. Yeah, and I got it back to positive 25. Yeah, so same deal with Top Step. Got this one back to whatever it was, negative, and I went a little heavier on Top Step, but that was you know, these accounts were red last night in Asian, right? Now this one's green, lightly green. This one is $500 green as well. So don't sleep on probability, right? At any point you can get your loss back, right? You just gotta, you know, stay steady and don't do anything stupid. Yeah, live account too. Lost almost like $2,800 on the live. Made back 5,000. Went from 10 lots on the first one to 20 lots on the second one. So much better read on the second idea there. And yeah, that's how you get losses back. That's how you take a loss like a boss and just continue, you know, with your foot on the gas, executing on the next best setup with zero hesitation. And you know, that's it. That's trading, baby. That's trading. Jimmy Crypto in the house, and then that was it. Yeah, that was it. That was all the trades I've taken in the last since I've seen you last. Yeah, that was it. The second one was just pretty simple, just like onion play. Yeah, just sell off of resistance here. Waited for the break of the lows here. Kind of got like this small top wick, and again, if I'm in a loss, right, I'm gonna try and look for a good setup that I can keep a tight current candle stop loss, because I don't want to lose big on this next trade, right? So I'm gonna keep a current candle stop, and that was the perfect idea for it, right? Kind of clean range coming down, and you know, with my overall bias, I was very bearish last night. Just wanted to see that pullback, and yeah, this is kind of where it happened. See, that's the candle right here. Boom, massive push down. It's crazy. It's crazy. So look where it kind of tapped. I mean, it did hit full TP because obviously it came down here. But, I mean, that was our original partials right there. So that first candle pretty much, or I'm sorry, right there. So that first candle pretty much tapped it. All right, so you got to love that, man. Those partial TPs are just on the money. But anyway, we did get what we're looking for here. So we got 6 minutes left. We did get the break of the highs in which we're kind of trying to get here. We got that. And now we really want to see this candle close like that. You know what I mean? Like even a little stronger than that. Nice, strong, bullish closure here, right? Something like that. And then that gets followed up by a strong, dominating bearish candle, right? And then at that point, I think we're ready to roll. Oh, what do you know? That'll probably come in right around 9:15. 9:15 today. Do I recommend one step from top one? Yeah. Or the instant accounts are great. I think they're going to be doing 40. Is it 40? Let me just check here. I think Cam sent me a message. They extended the Ignite accounts one more day. So I think today's the last day you can even buy an Ignite account, the account that I'm using. This is like the last day you can buy it. So this one's pretty good. It's like cheap, you know what I mean? And you can kind of get to the profit target fairly quick, not really trying to do too much, right? Just keep small days, small trades, and yeah, so I'm doing pretty good on this account now. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, last day for any Ignite accounts. They're like a more cost-effective way to get involved in an instant funded account. And let me see. Let me find that message. 40. Oh, let's go. 45% off again. So 45% off all instant funded accounts. Just use code TTE and yeah, we'll lock it in. Yeah, so they're bringing this back now. They're bringing it back, which I love when they have this. All you have to do is put code TTE. So we do have a link, but if you just put the code in, you'll get the full like 45% off. Sheesh, 4 minutes here. 4 minutes and we're coming back down. Wowzers. Yeah, everything's a little tougher, slightly tougher. Things are a little bit more tight, right, rule-wise and stuff. But other than that, it's not that bad. If you just keep one rule in mind, which is the consistency rule, you're chilling. What's the risk level of this current trade? Which one was that? I know we were talking about a few. Ignite or instant, what do I prefer? I mean, they're kind of the same. They're both like instant. They're both instant. I think obviously, like, I think the rules are a little bit lighter on the instant funded than the Ignite. So probably instant. Yeah. All right, do we see a move down here on gold? Sheesh. We got 4 minutes here for a 30 closure, so I'm definitely going to sit tight and just wait on that. But if this 30 can close very nicely here, like after we grab those highs, I like this. We kind of close with a wick. Yeah, this is, I'm interested in this 100%. If we can get a move now, we want it, right? Prior to the news, so... you know, 9:30 is going to be a little tougher today just because we got 9:45 news. So, real account or funded, which one is better? Real account, yeah, all day. The real live account's always going to be the best. Let's see, but don't sleep on the funded accounts because if you need capital. They will get you right. Not only will they be able to pay you with low capital, but at the same time, you will actually turn into a beast of a trader by running through these prop firms for like the next year. Because again, ultimately what you're doing is if you're buying a 50K, right, you're basically buying 3,000 in drawdown, right? Or no, I'm sorry, it's 2,500, right, in drawdown, right? And you're making 3,000. Like, just think about what you're doing here. 2K. So you're basically taking a 20. You would be doing the same thing if you took a 20K account. That means you can take a 20K account and you can flip it to 30K. Whoa, can you believe that? That's what you're doing. So you have the ability to do that, right? Just, you know, you're playing at a lower size here, but ultimately you have X amount, let's just say 2, and you're making 3. So I don't care. You do it. You can make that 20,000 into 30,000, 200,000 into 300,000, whatever you want to do, you're doing it, right? So now you just do it at a much bigger level. And I didn't realize that I was like turning into a beast of a trader until I got on my live account. And when I got on my live account, I took 30 grand, right? 30K to 90K in less than 4 months. How the heck did I do that? Like, I've never done something like that before. But you know what I realized? I started thinking about it. I said, yo, the only reason I probably did this so effortlessly is probably because of my self-talk, but also because this is what I've been doing. Like, we've been doing this type of stuff, right? So little do you know, when you start getting out on these live accounts, you're probably going to realize, holy crap, I'm a master at ROI at this point. So don't sleep on the prop firms, because they will gear you up to like be just an incredible trader. But you got to play the game right, with a good attitude and a good perspective, and you can do all this. Yeah, so little do you know, when you guys pass a 50K combine, like, that is huge, man. Like, or let's say you get a payout on a 50K, like, you don't even know like what you've just done, right? It's bigger than what you think. So keep that in mind. You guys are turning into savage traders right now without even realizing it. Okay, perfect. We got our candle. So next candle could be our ticket. So this guy's got to close below bearish, and then that's our opportunity to get into these sells. Yeah, or at least my opportunity. Yeah. So keep in mind, man, that's what's going on behind the scenes. So you don't realize how much you're learning and how much you're like getting better at the craft when it comes to receiving an ROI. The 550K discount, I think it starts at some point today. I think like top one of them open up around like 9, right? 9 a.m. ish. So I think, yeah, it should be in play at some point today. Yeah, he said tomorrow, and that was yesterday. I like how you read the setup. Yeah. Oh, what do we got here, Wayne? What do we got, Wayne? Let's go. Oh. Stack it with TTE. There you go. Hold on. One. Oh, yeah. So just give it a little time. Yeah. He said yesterday. So, yeah, they probably didn't activate it yet. Let's see. Locked out, Legrand. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, so if we can start moving up here, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be great. $30-minute close under support. Can you take a look? Yes. 30-minute. Yeah, but we're being held up here, right, by this area. So let's just look at this general area here, right? Wicks. So I don't think we trust this support. I think we used a previous one below, and that one keeps us pretty safe. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. Oh, yeah, they might have removed it. Yeah, they might have removed the Ignite accounts already, and then just probably give them like an hour, and they'll probably activate everything when they start. Maybe they didn't activate the 45% yet. Yep. No else. Turning 20 into 50K? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, whatever it is, I suck at math, so, whatever it is, but that's basically what you're becoming, right? You're becoming a trader that ultimately, no matter what account you get, you can do things like that. So keep that in mind. Don't let these prop firms try and take you down. Keep in mind, use them to build up this skill set, right? And as you do, that's when you can take all your profits over to a live account and then just freely trade them. Like, you can make so much more money when you have the skill set. I mean, I don't want to say you can make so much more money, right? Because you can make a lot of money working with prop firms. But with the whole like live account, it's a lot easier to take your money and to kind of move about your business, right? I mean, I could take as much money as I want right now if I wanted to. I don't have to wait for some sort of percentage to get hit or some sort of max green days or anything like that. You can just take the money when you want to. So that's what I love about the live account. If you have the skill set, I don't see why not. Like, look over here. Well, number one, congratulations, OGH. Let's go. Big W, big W. Look at all these payouts. 6,700 from Wayne. Let's go. Clubhouse eating, man. 2,200 from Matt. 2,200 from Mason. 2,200 for Mr. P. Yeah, big days. But look at this. I mean, just in the last couple months, this is 60, 7, 8, and 10, and another 10 on top of that. And I could take 10 today if I want. I could take 20 today if I want. I could do whatever I want with a live account. So that's the power in the live account, is that whatever you want to withdraw, you can withdraw, right? When I turned the 30 into 90, I just took everything. I just took it all, right? And then just started stacking little minor wins now. So that's the beauty of the actual account. Now, look, this is the beauty of, being able to work with a prop firm, though, is not having to put your 30 grand up and then still be able to make money here, like significant money too. Like, I think I've seen one up here for like $8,000 or something. Yeah, look at this. That's over, almost 6,000 there, right? Like, it's pretty solid, right? 5,800. So like, if you, again, there's pros and cons. If you don't have the capital, you want to milk these prop firms and then take your profits, and then that gives you capital, right? So yeah, just keep all that in mind. There's pros and cons to it, but I personally like the live account a little bit better. Lee, where you headed, brother? Where you headed? Give the stream a like if you can. Yeah, if you're not subbed to the channel, sub to the channel. See if we can get into some trades here. What should I focus on when I do back testing? I meant to identify the better setup. I would just look, make sure things line up. Like, make sure, if I was doing any back testing these days, I'd just try and line myself up with higher time frame correlation, like into the lower time frame, and I would just study like 4-hour charts. And I would run like a simulator, and I would, try and take all my positions in line with where I believe the 4 hour is going. So if the 4 hours at a target tapped area, like up here, then I'd probably be looking for sells below and then just testing that. Or if the 4 hours right down here about to get going, right, and I get a nice little unfake out or something, I want to take buys, and I just want to test, how does the lower time frame line up with the higher time frame, like the 4 hour, and how do the setups play out, how often do they play out, and I would just take like notes on that. Oh, we got Muggs withdrew 4,800 yesterday. Let's go, man. Great job. Little 972 adds up, doesn't it? That's the cool part too about the prop firms. You don't even have to make that much. Like, imagine making $1,000 on 20 accounts, like Apex, like $20,000 right there. Right? So you don't have to do too much, but yeah, congrats, Muggs. Good job, man. Good job. A lot of payouts this week. A lot of payouts. A lot of money being made this week. What do you think about prop firms in 2026? I think they're great. I think especially the futures prop firms, I think really give opportunity to traders. As long as they know the game that they're playing, they follow the rule, they understand what it is, and they can kind of perceive it properly like we do. I think prop firms are like a cash cow in a way, right? If you know what you're doing. Is there a market replay? I'm not too sure. I know I have that on TradingView, but I never used it here. I don't see it here. I don't backtest, so I actually don't backtest at all. At least not anymore. I did in the earlier days, but now I just kind of flow with the markets and just show up every day and trade. That's true, Green. That's true. Yeah, I would go with top one, yeah, for instant, and probably top one. All right, so we aren't doing much here at 8:30, so not a lot of volume coming in at all right now. So we're going to get some volume at some point. So we'll see. We'll see if we can close below. Maybe the volume comes in at that point and we start looking for ourselves. Yeah, I think I told you guys I've been working I've been consulting a prop firm company. So they're actually paying a lot of attention to what I'm saying. They're adding a lot of these things that I'm recommending. And yeah, this it looks pretty cool. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one. So we have like a third option or whatever, but cheaper price, right? So let's talk about a 50K account real quick. So let's say would you rather pay $75 for the account, right? And then 0 activation fee. Fee. Or would you rather pay like $50, like a little bit less, but pay an activation fee? What do you guys like? Because I want to get some feedback from you all. 3K DJ scratches, or 6%, or on your second payout I think it's 5. Yeah, 70. So you rather pay a little more on the front end, that way no activation fee. Yeah, it looks like the majority. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I've had a company come to me and they're trying to transition into futures, and they're very open to my advice and very open to the things I'm sharing with them. So I'm gonna give them some feedback on that. That was something that I was trying to talk to them about too. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help this company have the best of the best. So when it comes to like instant funded, I want to try and help them get like top one. And when it comes to like combines and evals and pricing and all that, I want to help them like get the best of the best from like Top Step. And then imagine like just a company that has the two best like of the best. I think that'll be pretty dope. So we'll see if we can get them to roll with what we want. 50 and a $50 activation fee. That ain't too bad either. That ain't too bad. Well, yeah, so it would be a 75. So basically, no matter what, like when I was just asking that question, typically the activation fees are 150. Yeah. Yeah, so they're already on Project X. I got them on Project X. I got them rolling with some really good rules, some good payout structures. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's what I do. I just kind of milk them both. I understand the rules of both of them, right? I need about like 3K here to take a pretty nice payout, right? So I'm about 1,000 away there. I know where I need to be here as well. So I need to be like 5 days in the green. So right now I got 4. So as much as I share like, hey, don't focus on goals, like when it comes to day-to-day trading, I still agree with that. Like, don't focus and don't force anything for a goal. But, I still think you should be very aware of what you're trying to accomplish on a day-to-day basis. Again, not trying to force anything, but having that aggressive patience, aggressive in your work ethic, aggressive in your, your discipline and your patience. But, waiting on those results. So, yeah, like I still think you should have a goal. Like every Sunday, you should write your goal down, right? Like, hey, am I on pace for my monthly goal? If I am, okay, what do we need to do now again this week to get it done? You see how we moved about our business last week in some incredible fashion, and not just me. I do that every week, right? But what I'm so happy about and I'm so pumped up about is that I see a lot of other people doing that. And then I just want you to pay attention to what you did last week, right? What gave you those good results? You basically sat down on Sunday, like I know a lot of you did, and you said, okay, what do I want to accomplish this week, right? Where do I want to be? What type of trader do I want to represent this week? And you went out, you moved with intention, right? You kept reminding yourself day in and day out, hey, today's not the day. Just like a former addict, right? Hey, maybe I'll drink alcohol, but it ain't going to be today, right? Hey, maybe you'll overtrade in the future, but not today, right? And you focus on that day by day by day. And then look how many people secured a payout. Look how many people just tied up the bow for beautiful payouts and green weeks. And look at your P&Ls on the month. I mean, it's just like super impressive. And you got to think, hey, what did I do, right? Because it's not random. Nothing's random, right? You got those results for a reason. So you got to look at, hey, what worked, what didn't, and then you start doing whatever worked, you start repeating, putting it into your routine, adding it into your, your regimen or so. Why won't I start my own prop firm? I don't. At the end of the day, the rules are against the trader, So I actually looked into starting my own prop firm, and at a certain point, both me and my partner looked at each other and we go, the only people that are going to benefit from this is us, really, right? At the end of the day. So we just decided to shut it down. We just realized we can make a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars. But at the end of the day, 95% of the traders that trade with us are just going to, come in, and our rules that we put together are just going to eat them up. 5% are going to take our money and they're going to get payouts, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it was really just going to impact and help me, my partner, and the 5% of really good traders. Other than that, everyone, it's just kind of against my moral code a little bit, like slightly. So we just decided not to do that. Yeah, and then what do I look like trying to teach y'all how to take money from my prop firm? Right? So now it's like, whoa, like what if I stop teaching you guys? What if I stop giving you as much as I do of me, right? What happens if I say, I can't teach them too much anymore because they're going to take too much from my bottom line, right? And then, man, that's just, in a way, that's like selling your soul, because this is what I really love. Like, this is what I really enjoy: inspiring, impacting, teaching, not necessarily making a lot of money, right? So that's, in a way, like giving up your dream for a stupid dirty dollar, you know what I mean? Or giving up your purpose for some worldly BS, you know what I mean? So, like, don't get me wrong, I like money, we get money, right? But we just want to do it the right way. So that was it. But other than that, I will milk them, I will help them create the best one, and then I will teach you guys how to absolutely just milk them, right? That's kind of like what I'm more into. Yeah, the broker thing, I would probably go more so the broker style than the prop firm if I ever did anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Only bands. That's the right attitude to have. That's the right attitude. Okay, let's see, man. Let's see. So we got some upward movement, but again, like, it's just a nasty range here, right? That I really am not interested in at all. Hey, next thing you know, I call like 2 losing trades. All of a sudden, I'll be all over Twitter like, yo, owner of prop firm swindles his live streaming community, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on all that. Like, that just sounds like a major headache to me, and I'm too free to deal with anything like that. 2 losses in a row. Oh, snap. God forbid I took 3 L's in a row. Oh, man. Holy. I'd be on Twitter. Yeah, I think the broker is a good idea, though, because, that's really just like, hey, in order to make money as a broker, I just make money off commission. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter whether you win a trade, lose a trade. As long as you place a trade, the broker will make money. So that's a little different, than kind of having a prop firm. Treat them like cows, baby. Which trade of a chart to use on gold? I'm asking because it entered. Yeah, I think it's GCZ. I actually don't have mine up yet. If anyone can actually give us, me and Golden Dubs, the correct answer. Is that what it is? GCZ5. Okay. Yeah, there it is. GCZ5. The prop firms can disappear at any time. That's fine, bro. Like, I don't think any of us are really too caught up in all that. Like, we're just gonna milk them while they're here. We're not gonna stop promoting them, right? We're just gonna keep milking them while they're here, and until they're gone. I mean, why not run it up? As long as you understand the rules of the game. Look, they're trying to get you to fail. Let's be honest, right? Understand that. Know that. The rules are against you. Now it's time to step out of the matrix, right, and view it from a third-party perspective in a way and say, okay, well, if these are the rules and I got to do that and I got to jump through that hoop, it's like playing a video game. Like, how do you get through and get to the next level? We all know that their rules are stacked against us. I mean, it's not a secret or anything. Use the tools you have. Yeah, they're making way too much money to ever disappear. and if one does disappear, trust me, there's gonna be plenty more. So yeah, don't think too deep about it, man. Just if you're not a profitable trader yet, just focus on getting profitable. Yeah, that's true, Muggs. That's true. Johnny Gems and the Viking, Mr. Gems. Okay, the boys are here. I didn't know who that was at first. I just seen like some guy sitting down. I'm like, wait, is that the Viking himself? What up, Johnny Gems?
What up, man?
What's up, Nick?
How are you?
Yeah, great. Feeling incredible.
So doing good. Good to see you, Nick and Magnus.
Always.
Let's go.
You too, man. You too.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I was sitting down, Nick. I know. Not
He's there.
Not
He's there.
very
He's
often.
sitting. He's sitting.
already sitting. Bro, I walked to the gym, so that's why.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. W.
Not bad. Not
That's
bad.
even
Getting the
better.
cardio in.
Don't worry, y'all. Got the steps.
That's even better, bro.
Of course.
Nice trade in London.
Yeah, that was
Nice
great.
trade.
Definitely.
Man, that would've-
hit perfectly.
Bro, if
and-
that ran, that would have been a beauty.
That's what I mean, bro. And that was the support. We had 230 volume.
Yeah,
Everything was
seen
looking
that.
to rip here. So that's why I held the trade too. I was like, I closed partials, of course, but I wanted it
Yeah.
to see if he could, run on that one. But we ran like 1 hour later.
Yep. Look at that. Right after that, just gone.
Insane. But yeah, hold it on the combines and held it. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Good trade, bro. W.
Or wait, not combines. I held it on XFA. I mean,
Yeah. Stop playing with him. He don't got no combines.
I held it on XFA, and I held it on the other one. But I went break even on like one account too. Break
Okay,
even was
cool.
smart, but it was, we had a vantage point, but
Yep.
it could
Yep.
run right there.
I like to break even there.
Yeah. Same.
Bro,
same.
for real.
Lovely.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was great. Do you have any vintage pre-New York, John?
Nah, nothing pre-New York.
Pre-New York, tough here, man.
Nothing.
Same with
Look
where
at
we're
that,
at
just
now.
consolidation.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. I thought the same. Yeah.
I mean, we're really even
Couldn't
bunched up right here, kind of more than anything. Just kind of. I mean, if you really draw it out, like it's really choppy. Like if we put like multiple ranges here where they should be, I mean, look at that. That's tough. Like
Crazy.
imagine trying to attempt to buy there.
Trocavo.
Yeah, no way.
You already got a little fake out here too, so I want to see if that's
that,
actually going to play a role later on
Yeah,
down
tu
here.
tagliaja
Cool. I think we get
trocavo.
I think we can move down here as long as you close below. At some point, right, either before or after the news, you could get a move down.
Yeah.
That's literally what I've been waiting for, like gold's at all-time highs. I want to see like a new support and then like closure below it. So I like the sells below 38.12.
Yeah.
I think that looks clean.
I like
All we
it.
got is
I
clean
like
range
it.
to the left. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
a lot of
true,
clean range.
true.
No bottom wicks here on this candle. Matches perfect with that resistance too. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
that destination's the one in my eyes right here.
Facts, bro. We gonna
Yeah.
hold, baby.
We're holding today, chat. We're holding.
That's that optimistic
Well.
advantage point right there. Damn.
Could we make like a $20,000 trade on the live? I'll be honest. If we get the sells below, I'm gonna hold. So I'm obviously gonna probably close partials on some of these accounts, but I'll hold. I'll either hold or I'll get break even. We're either making 20 grand today, losing 30 grand today, or going break even. No, I'm just kidding.
There we go.
Losing 30.
We're either making 15, losing 35, or going break even. It is what it is.
Bro, I think I'll hold with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm a hold too.
9:30.
Yeah, all right.
Especially at
Bro,
9:30.
9:30? Oh my goodness.
Technically, like, I would just close here on the Ignite. I think Top Step, I got no consistency, so I could let that run, and then the live, I could let run too.
Yeah, Top Step I'm gonna let run too. That's definitely for sure.
Facts.
True.
Same.
I like the no consistency too. You can like let it run all you want.
I know,
Basically,
I know.
there's no
Same, bro.
target.
That's the other thing I'm trying to tell
So much
this other group, this other firm is like, yo, once traders get funded, like there should not be a consistency rule. Like tighten it up maybe on the combine, but let them freely trade right on that XFA or whatever they're gonna call it. And so I'm hoping that they can do that too, man. It'd be nice.
Yeah, for real.
Why are Americans so obsessed with college football? I don't know, man. That's a great question. I don't know why men are obsessed with anything other than their own life being their own main character in their own game. I don't understand why they would want to watch other men run around obsessively chasing after balls, completely sweating and half dressed. I don't get
Tight
it.
pants, too.
And then they would actually go out and purchase one of those other sweaty men's uniform and put it on their wife's back. You got me. You got me there. I have no
What in the
idea why they would do that. No idea.
The best is when they say we won.
And yeah, and then they do
Like
this.
we?
Yep.
I know, bro.
So
Who's we?
Like, what'd you do, bro? You just sat on the couch.
so I just hope you guys are enjoying the show. The world is a stage, my friends, and once you can pull up the curtain of illusion, at that point you just grab some popcorn and enjoy the show. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I hope you're not taking it too serious neither now, and you're just doing your own thing, man. Just be your own main character. Don't worry about college football and professional football and other men chasing balls. I mean, come on, gang, come on.
Things that don't matter.
What's going on
with
with
your
y'all?
life.
What's going on with y'all?
For real.
Yeah, I agree.
I love sports. Yeah, they're pretty good. But I don't really spend much time entertaining myself with them because I'm playing my own sport. So
Same.
I'd rather play the sport than watch the sport, too.
I'd rather be the man in the arena over the spectator.
Word, bro.
Well said. Yeah, same.
Snap.
Brian, I love that. Give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt.
Hey, he said it, not me.
Literally.
Brian said it. Thinking like, who's Brian?
Hey, Brian said that. Yeah. Yes, you can do both. Exactly. 100%. But most people they don't do both. Most people are not successful and watch sports. They're usually broke, bummed out about life, depressed, and they just turn sports on as a distraction. So that's most of the people, but many successful people watch sports, go to sports, have fun at sports, network at sporting events, have a great time at sporting events and all that. But, those are typically the guys in the booth, right? And then you got all the other seats in the arena. So we're talking about most of the majority there.
Yeah, an excuse to drink beer. That's it.
Hey, if you're already where you want to be in life, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, for real.
30-minute fake out to the upside. Yeah, I don't know. It could be really anything, right? So we just got to wait. So right now, we're going to close here at 1 minute on the 15. 30 minutes still open. So we haven't really moved, right? Remember what we talked about on the 4 hour, and on the 1 hour here, just a very tough Very, very tough price action. Let's take a look at ES too, because yeah, again, very tough price. Look at the 4-hour chart on ES. Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. So we haven't really moved. We're probably waiting on news at this point. Yeah. Hey, my mentor would say, ain't no PV in TV. So I would always think that too. I was like, I don't know. I used to watch a lot of sports growing up, play a lot of sports too, but not as much anymore. Once I realized Derek Jeter wasn't going to, get my wife out of a full-time job, I said, you know what, I'm going to have to, turn Derek Jeter off for a little bit and get to work. Can someone explain how many minutes for the news? 45 minutes for the news. So we'll see if we can get a trade in before that. But yeah, 45 minutes, 46 minutes.
Yo, we got PMI,
right? Yeah, we have, what do we have here? Yeah, PMI.
Yep.
So it shouldn't be too crazy, but we should get some volume. And most likely, like, price will kind of, like, stall a little bit until then.
Yeah, could see something nice too at 9:30 or something, like a closer below or.
Yeah, one thing about sports too, I liked what I always like the idea of, like, I love going to sports games from time to time, but like my dad, if the court was like down here, like I'm used to like having seats that are like way up here, like up here, like you guys know the seats, right? You're way out there. Man, me and my dad, we used to bring binoculars to the game if we ever went to a game. So most people, they do that, and they settle for that, and they do whatever. But what I decided to do was I decided to let the good life go and sacrifice the good life for the great life, So what I did was I said, you know what, screw sports. I'm going to focus on my own game, right? I'm going to focus on me being the athlete, getting my money up, getting my businesses up, getting my skill sets up. And what I'm not going to settle for the half-ass seats for my kids. We're going to go right here and sit on the court side, right, and do it right. So I think, if you can kind of focus on yourself, right, eventually you can do this much bigger and much better. Right? Imagine going to the NBA Finals, right, sitting courtside with your kids. Because you took time, maybe 10 years, right? 5-10 years to get rid of the distraction of sport, focus on you and your future, right? And your kids and your finances, and then you get it done, right? You move from where you and your dad sat up here, you sit down here with your kids, right? So that's my idea. I like sports. I love competition. I love athletics, but this is what I'm talking about here, right? It's not more important than my future. Right, it's not more important than my lifestyle. It's not more important whether my kids, stay at home with us as, full-time parents. It's not as important as my wife, not having a job. So you just got to prioritize stuff.
Thanks, bro.
That's all. Harsh but true, man. That is very true. That is true. Losers watch winners.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
Another very true thing.
How much is the front seat? Brother, when you get there, you don't even ask how much the front seat is. You want to sit there, you sit there. Whatever the bill comes out to, you just pay it. That's all. But you got to look it up. Look up your current arena. I don't know. Probably $3,000 seat. It's light.
Probably even more.
Depends on what game you go to.
Exactly.
If you go to a preseason when the Knicks are in town, you could probably get it for like a couple $100. You go to an NBA Finals, and it's probably going to cost you a couple grand. Nah, none of y'all can see me in basketball. Chill. No, I'm just kidding. The trading is the best. Trading is my sport. It's what I'm pretty good at. Pretty good baseball player, decent basketball player, but I think I'm a better trader than any of them. TK knows. Yeah, the last courtside I sat at was right here in Orlando, the Orlando Magic game. Me and Anna went. Want to treat Louis G to a suite? Yo, let's do it. Could always do it here in Orlando.
Yeah, weird, bro. I'm hitting up a Lightning game probably next month.
Oh yeah, we could go to Lightning game actually.
Hell yeah.
You could watch Portland play for $5 on the floor. Damn, is Portland not that good now? they're not blazing the trail anymore. TK, what's going on over there in Portland? DJ Steven. I like that name. I like that name. I don't know, brother. You got to look it up. You got to look it up. Google. Google. They're blazing something already. Should we have a TT b-ball tournament? Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. I'd actually play.
Same, bro. Me and Nick were about to go shoot some hoops yesterday. Maybe even do a little 1v1. I'd be down for that. Next meetup.
Yeah. I personally don't really care about seeing other men in tights. Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
Especially when they start throwing their like opinions around about like anything. It's like, dude, just be quiet and play basketball. Is 6,800 enough? Yeah, of course. Yeah, 6,800's enough for a live account. What is this strategy called, please? I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't think we have a name. There's no name. Yeah, it's like a price action strategy. That's the cool part. You don't even have to know the name of it.
Yeah, man.
Have I seen the commercial of ESPN guys code event? Maybe. Probably not though. I haven't really turned on ESPN in forever. Sometimes I'll see it at the gym when they're just beaming me with blue light, just blue light coming from everywhere. Like, I don't know. Do gyms really need like 15 TVs right in front of the cardio stations? I don't know. I don't think they do.
Probably they do. They have it here too.
Just baking me in blue light.
Bro, it's insane. And the lights too.
Yo, yeah, the lights. Bro, I can't even walk down my street. The street lights are just like in my eyes. I'm like, damn. Gotta wear my blue light glasses out here.
Crazy.
Weird, bro. Like, how can we get those turned off?
Oh, DJ Scratcher said this strategy is called patience, but it's spelled P-A-Y. P-A-Y.
Facts.
T-I-E-N-C-E. Yeah, patience. I think the strategy in itself is just called like the playbook. The playbook.
Yeah. There is no strategy, bro.
While we wait for news, does anyone want to share any wins, any success stories from maybe the last couple weeks? I'd love to know how you guys are doing. If anyone's struggling with anything, you're more than welcome to ask some questions. We can try and help you out, point you in the right direction. It's 9 here, so I think we're still going to wait for a closure below 12. It's going to be a little tough selling here in this zone too. I mean, we got to get down there somehow, but there's no guarantee of that, right? So I think we stay patient in the pocket here. 4 hours still very bullish. 1 hour can still go either way here. You got a rejection to the downside, so don't really want to jump the gun on the sell too early in this range or the buy or anything. So I think we just stay put, stay in the pocket here, like I said, and wait for some closures outside of it.
Yeah, bro. Based on market structure, this literally just looks like a range. So yeah, I'm all down for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. If the 1 hour looks great, but the 30-minute and 15, when and how would you choose? So that's a good question. We took a trade like that the other day. So when the 1 hour looks great, but the 15 and 30 don't, I guess, right? But not the 15 and 30. When and how would you choose to take a time? So yeah, we took a trade like this the other day. Let me just pop it up here. I'll show you an example. Where is it? Where is it? Boom. That was an Asian, right? I think. Where is it? By the way, remember that one where we took it was like a 1 hour onion? Yeah, hold on. But the 30 and the 15 they were still bullish. You remember that one? It was a sell. It was this one right here. Yeah, let me bring it over. So that's a good question here. So like the 1 hour, right? So in this case, the 1 hour had closed bearish, but what happened here is that the 15 had closed bullish. So this candle, see that wick up right here? That was a 15-minute closure. And the 15-minute candle closed like this. So it closed right at resistance with like no wick at the top, very little wick at the top. The next candle pushed up, right? Made a small wick and started moving up, moving up, moving up. So this move up on the 1 hour chart, it looked just like this candle making a top wick, right? See how it respected the previous 1 hour high? But on the 30-minute time frame, it looked like this, right? Completely different. So what happens is now you base off the 1 hour time frame and the overall direction, right, is kind of down here. So you're just making a little lower high. Now you look at the 1 hour, you take the idea from the 30 and you say, hey, look, we closed at almost no wick. We closed below resistance, right? We're coming up here. We're respecting the previous 1 hour's high. If we come down and break that low, that's going to be this 1 hour candle coming down, breaking its low to move down and fill this wick. So that wick is this bullish candle. So that's what we did. We executed on the break of that low right there as the 30-minute came down. But as you can see, the 1 hour looked clean. So it was just a 1 hour candle now coming down, breaking its own low and pushing. And what that looked like here was just this candle now, right, coming back down. That wick has been formed. It moves bearish, boom, breaks its own low, and then bam. So that's just one of the most recent examples of that question right there.
This. I love those type setups.
Yeah. And notice how this zone, so you may say, well, what about that zone there? Well, this zone means nothing on the 1 hour chart. This zone was not to keep us out of sells. It was to prevent us from getting into buys too late, right? Remember that bullish candle closed below the range. We don't want to take a buy here, right? If anything, now that this candle's moving up, if it starts breaking the low, we want to take the sell there, right? We don't want to let that zone, that zone is not by any way, shape, or form to keep us out of shorts. It's to make sure we're not taking buys right here at resistance. Yeah, not sure if that makes sense, but that was one example just recently.
Wow, made sense there. Good trade.
Yeah, my bad, Dave. I didn't see that message or that question a couple times, I guess. But yeah, any more questions on that? It's definitely more of an advanced trade, more of an experienced trade. It'll take a little bit to maybe catch that and be profitable consistently, but it's definitely a scenario where the 1 hour looks great, but not so much on the 30 and the 15 where you can execute. Yeah. Freedom, baby. Struggling with picking a contract size on 100K account. Is 3 contracts too big? I think 3 is like right around where you want to be. Yeah, like 2 to 4 is pretty good. What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Doing great, brother. Doing great. How you doing?
Bob.
Doing great. Blessed and highly favored, man. Feeling like an 8-figure trader.
Sir.
Mm-hmm. Music to my ears.
Yeah. Yeah, I only had 8 green days. Yeah, I had 2 no trade days, Monday and Tuesday, and then literally Wednesday and Thursday, I just hit break even on all my trades. Yeah, so Monday the 9th, no trade. Monday the 8th, no trade. Tuesday the 9th, no trade. Wednesday, break even. Thursday, break even. Friday, 1,300 profit. So that's it. I made about like 1,300 last week, just off of really just one winning trade. Yeah, so I actually haven't traded too much. I mean, I traded all last week, outside of Monday as well, and I traded yesterday, which was Monday. Traded today again so far. So yeah, just the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, I basically had no trades. Practicing patience. Do I think your wife is going to leave you because you're on the live stream while you're on the honeymoon? I don't think so. I mean, my wife would be like, what a savage. I married a freaking beast. I married a dang boss, right? So I don't know. I hope not. I hope not.
Damn her.
1,500, good start. It's okay. I mean, anything's a good start. Anything's a good start. You can't expect to make, $3,000, right? Your first day if you're starting with 1,500, but anything's a good start. Just play the game at that level though.
The start is a good start, right?
Yeah, the start is a good start. Exactly.
The start is a good start.
How do I go? How much capital should I invest? Damn, that's a tough one. That's a big question, man. Yeah, that's a big one. That's one that I probably have to just talk one-on-one with you about. Yeah, I would say message me. I'll try and help you out. Okay, let's see this. I think once you shared that you started trading with the tendency toward gambling. Yup. Like probably many of us have, without discipline or self-control you have today. What are the things that helped you change your attitude? Do you tie your hands to stop yourself from trading, or are there some psychological switches that have happened? Did backtesting, building confidence in your strategy also help you? I'm trying to figure out how to reduce or eliminate this attitude. Yeah, so the attitude has nothing to do with the technicals, nothing to do with your venture, right? And so to speak. So attitude was one of the things I learned about very early in my journey, because you have to have a good attitude. Because in this journey, you're going to get hit. It's going to get hit. You're going to feel frustrated at times when you don't have the results you're looking for. So one of the main things that and you could ask John about this too, but one of the priority over almost anything for me was keeping an attitude good. Because I learned from other individuals that they preached on this attitude, right? Having a good attitude, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way you're right. You could choose pain, you could choose frustration, or you can just choose like perspective. So I've always had that attitude that was up, and when I came into trading, I had already trained my mind to have a really good, positive, optimistic attitude. So I think really from switching to the gambling to like the professionalism, for me it wasn't really about attitude. It was more so about more like being responsible than anything. So I had a good attitude already, right? I would take losses. I get mad for like 15 minutes and I'd be over with it, right, John? It's like I'm not going to let that affect my day. I'm in the learning stage. I'm going to keep it moving. Yep. So I always had a good attitude. It was just me trying to do things a little bit too quick, me realizing that you have to be more professional. And the only psychological switch that really happened to me was I really, really got back to focusing on my why. Because again, I knew the importance and the power of the why, but the money got in the way a little bit. The money kind of blinded me, especially when I made a transition from being an entrepreneur over here to now getting into trading. All I could see was the money, and I kind of forgot that the main ingredient was my why. So I really had to focus back on, why am I doing this? Why am I even willing to participate in this skill set of trading? It's very hard. It's very difficult. It's going to cost money, right? So mainly what I did was I went back and I said, all right, why do I really want to do this? you know, a couple things for me. I didn't want a job. I didn't want my wife to have a job. I wanted to be free. Obviously, I wanted to make money. And I really just wanted to be at home with my kids. That was really my dream for the last decade, is when we had kids, we wanted to stay at home with them. We wanted to teach them the principles that we wanted to instill into them. We wanted to, you know, just do our own thing, live our life by design. So I had to go back to that why. I had to start small and, you know, ultimately get a little bit more consistent with my professionalism. And again, that why really helped me out. So that was pretty much it. I would really study up on attitude. I would start reading books on attitude, listening to audios on having positive attitude. Just type in on YouTube, positive attitude. And I would just get obsessed for like the next week or two with listening to things that are going to increase the positivity within my own attitude. Yeah, and then I would...
Yeah, man. And it seems like...
Go ahead.
Sorry. It seems like over time, your attitude got better, too. Like, you know, you got more positive. You had a better attitude over time.
Yep.
And it's because you practice it, too. It seems like every day, right? By having a good attitude today, you practice having a good attitude, which over time, with consistency and repetition, right, built the habit. Where now, you're able to say, you know, you had a good attitude all the time, pretty much. Not all the time, but you know what I mean, like every day.
Yeah, the majority.
So just like anything, I think life, you should dedicate life to practicing winning habits, you know, every day. And a good attitude, I think, is a winning habit.
Yeah, and sometimes it feels weird too, because you go from like negative to positive. So I remember doing things like I'll come in the kitchen. I'll be like, "Honey, you're looking amazing today. I hope you have a great day. It's gonna be a fantastic day around here." She'll be like, "Dude, what? Like, what's got into?" I said, "Honey, get used to it. This the new me. This is your new man. All right, I'm gonna be complimenting you all the time. Be dancing around the house. I gotta have a positive attitude, and it's weird in the beginning, but you just gotta, you know, switch it up."
Exactly. And it's like we talk about, like you find comfort in the uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you find comfort when you're uncomfortable. So that's yeah, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? You guys have heard that before. So yeah, that's kind of like doing that.
Yeah. Bunch of good books on power of positive thinking and all that though, so check them out. Another good book too, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. You get your perspective right.
I need to
That
read
one is phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
I want to read that.
Really good book.
All right, we're getting some threats to the downside as we approach 9:30 here.
30-minute looking pretty solid though. Look
I
at
know
that.
it is. I know it is.
Yeah.
Come down, close. Even if you don't close below here, if you get a strong resistance, I mean, this might be where we start pushing.
Maybe a Wickfield.
Yeah, Wickfield too. Not looking that bad.
Nope.
It is 9:30 though, so volume definitely coming in.
Yeah, I got 9 minutes. I used to be mad at the world, tripping on everything, but these days just laugh. Yeah, exactly. That's because you've begun to lift the veil of the illusion, right? So the media and all that, they got you mad at the world. They know how to alter our minds, right? So it's not even you, right? Because once you step out of the illusion, you're like, huh, I can't believe that was making me mad. I can't believe that was taking seconds away from my life, right? About being mad over some stupid stuff.
Yep.
Come on, Goldie, come on.
Sir.
Best advice for a 15-year-old in one sentence: observe the masses and do the opposite.
Very good advice.
In one
Bro,
sentence.
I put it on my story today actually too. Earl Nightingale said something like in the ways of the road in life, which has the most traffic, is not the best road in life.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, and that's so true. Observe the masses, do the opposite. Best advice.
You don't want to be on the busy street of mediocrity anyway. It's much better up there on First Class Avenue. Everything's sweeter up there, trust me. And there's not as much traffic, I'll tell you that.
The Bible says it too. Narrow and wide gates.
Yep. Be not conformed by the ways of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. News at 9:45 coming in. Yes, sir.
Would you be waiting for news, or would you be open to take one 9:30?
I might be open here at 9:30. We'll just see how the closure goes down. Yeah, people just follow each other. It's so funny. You ever go into like a busy city? I did this experiment one time. I started looking up and pointing up. Started looking up, pointing up, looking up, pointing up in amazement. And then I literally just stepped back and I looked at everyone around me and they were all looking up. Yeah, it's wild. I just stepped back like, just watched everyone looking up just because I was looking up.
Yeah, conformity, man.
Exactly. Earl Nightingale says it, right? The opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity. And that's the problem. That's the problem with most men today. Or I'm sorry, most individuals today, not just in their thoughts, but conformity, right? Just blindly following the person in front of them, doing something because everyone else does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men simply don't think.
Yep. Instead of conforming, grow some courage, right? And go do something worthwhile that maybe has to do with some bravery or causes some bravery.
Some courage, baby. Why are most men distracted? Well, I'll give you one big reason. You're probably holding it in your hand right now. You see this thing? It's this little thingamajiggy right here. You're attached to it. And you know what? They're working the algorithms and they're working the feed and they're giving you exactly what they want you to know, right? What they want you to think. Remember, back in like the 40s, 50s, they were probably just sitting there, right? Like literally just sitting there thinking. When was the last time you just sat and just thought for a little bit? Mine was last night. I was sitting there thinking. How about you? Last time. Bet you can't even keep the phone out of your hand for too long. If you really try and like observe it and watch it, it's actually scary. Scary stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, I seen something when you detox from your phone for like, remember that 1 week I took my phone nowhere with me, man. That was like one of the best weeks of the year. It really was. But yeah, there's you gotta detox from screen time, man. Mess you up.
Facts, bro. I seen a picture the other day. It was like, just imagine like you walk in a room and people are on their phone, and just imagine like people looking at their phone, but they don't have a phone. There's no phone there. Like, just imagine that image. Like, isn't that a creepy image?
Yeah, that's a pretty creepy image. Just sitting there looking at the hand.
While your kids, you're pulling on your leg, you're just standing there staring at your hand. Daddy.
And the point was like people were out of touch with reality. Like, there was people next to them and they acted like they didn't even existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they were looking down, just completely like pretty much doing nothing. And kind of detached from reality. A little bit.
Yep. The majority of people are obviously going to consume, right? Some people are going to use the phone in a way as an educational platform, like 5% of the time, right? And the other 95% of the time, they're going to use it to consume, or they're going to use it to create. So if I were you, I'd advise you to use it to create and learn, right? If you are going to consume any content, just make sure you don't get lost in the doom scrolling, right, of it all. Because it can happen to the best of us. And it can happen every day and every night over and over and over again until one day, 35 years later, your kids are all grown up, the memories are gone, and you're wondering, what happened? Right? You spent all the time at work, at your job, the rest of the time on your phone. Next thing you know, whoa, where'd life go? So I don't want you to do that.
Yep.
actually scary.
It is. It's
Yeah.
spooky. ES is still printing sideways, so nothing on ES. I think the only thing I'm open to here is sells. I'm pretty, kind of like in the mood to short here today on gold and ES. Not that I'm saying that they will go down, but I think if we get the closures that we're looking for, then we should be pretty good here on the move down. Otherwise, the closures above are going to be tough to take buys on both pairs today. Doom scroll the charts. People walking in the street with their heads down. Yeah, that's true.
Crazy thing is, people will doom scroll and look at a bunch of things for like 30 minutes to an hour, not even to remember what they just looked at.
Not even
there's so much stuff,
and
bro.
not
Like, you're
remember a
looking at
thing,
how many videos,
and not
Right.
remember like almost one thing you've seen. That's wild.
so it's also frying your brain up too and your memory and stuff
Oh.
like that.
That attention span.
Yeah, your
That
attention span,
is
your
getting
memory,
fried.
and someone said your eyes. Any of you guys been to a beach recently? Notice how you
too.
can't even see anything on the beach anymore. Right? That's not a coincidence. That's because our eyes have been staring at fake light, whether it's from our phone or even from our house, right? And then by the time we go out to the beach or something, we're like, whoa, like that's why you see everyone walking around with sunglasses now. Crazy.
That's even worse.
Exactly.
And then that's
Blue
even
lights, bro.
worse.
You're just staring at the blue lights. Imagine it. Imagine right as you wake up in the morning and then right before you go to sleep, right? Looking at those blue lights.
Bro.
Yep. Okay, we got 9:30. So you did get a closure, which I'm actually semi-interested in. I want to see closures below 38.12. That's going to be the best sell. So I may have to wait for that if we're just going to start moving here. In order to take anything in between here while this 4-hour candle is still bullish, I need exactly what I want to see, and this ain't it. So while that 4 hour is still semi-bullish here, I gotta just be patient in the chop. So to be careful if you're taking sells, I'm gonna look for them below 38.12 here. If this
So
candle
the plan is let news come out first.
yeah, like if this candle maybe would
Pretty
have
much.
wicked up first, then I would have been interested, but not here.
Yeah, we had a nice wick fill and coming down to support, but otherwise now it's kind of like we're almost at that support 12.
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting on news, honestly. We got a 4-hour closure too, so it's all good.
Yep.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
we're waiting.
good.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
What's up, John? You been to the gym today?
Agnes, my man, yes sir. I'm gonna go after the stream.
Lovely, man.
Yeah, didn't hit it this morning, but I'm gonna go for the afternoon.
Yeah, what you hitting?
Probably hit like a push day.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, bro. Like
Just
chest,
did it.
shoulders. Yep.
Nice.
That's what you did. Push.
Yeah, push.
Nice, bro. Do you do push pull legs?
Yeah,
Like
push
every
pull
week?
legs. I do
That's-
push pull legs rest, push pull leg rest.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fire. You don't ever
Yeah.
switch it up?
Switching it up?
Like, do you ever switch it up? Like, push
I
pull
did,
leg 1 week and then like maybe like chest tries, like back buys the next week or not?
Nah. I stick to the same stuff for like a long time. But after like a long time, I did like arms and shoulders, chest and back, and then legs.
Fire, bro. I like
Yeah.
that. When you looking to hit like a new PR?
Bro, I don't even
When
know.
when do you like look to increase your weights?
Oh, definitely. Every other week. Like I try to do it every session, but it's like some exercises you stay the same, some you change here and switch up. Yeah. So,
Nice, bro.
but we
So, like,
definitely getting stronger.
Sure, so like every other week.
Yeah. Every
Nice,
other
bro.
week.
Bro, we gotta get a
Getting
lifting
stronger
again. Bro.
weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, same. I'm looking to like increase the weights every week pretty much until like it's super heavy and then I'll stay on it for a couple weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Still like learning, about that stuff and how to be better in the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
The same like in anything else, we can always learn more. So
Yes, sir.
same.
Yeah,
How much
fire.
do you bench, bro? I mean, like, I don't really bench that much.
Right now it's starting off down. Hitting all-time highs, NVIDIA. Or did it just pause right before it? No, it didn't hit all-time highs yesterday. Yeah. I mean, then you have that, then you have OpenAI saying that it's going to use a bunch more Oracle platform, and then Oracle has to buy the GPUs from NVIDIA, and it all just, like, goes back to NVIDIA, doesn't it? It's feeding itself. I mean, what was it? It was insane, the amount. For perspective, it's like all these numbers barely mean anything anymore because it's just so huge. Can't even grasp it. Right here. OpenAI and NVIDIA announce strategic partnership to deploy 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems. That's 10 billion watts. That's insane. That's more than some countries use. Like, that's more energy than most countries consume. For perspective. JR goes, use profits to give to customers to buy your product. Easy mode. Exactly. Tanya, a Jensen groupie. I saw some picture on Twitter and it went viral. Tits. Literally it is. Like, it's insane. I mean, I think most of the people that work for NVIDIA are millionaires, right? Good for them. I mean, they're just so far in advance that, like, there's no company that can challenge them. It's crazy. But anyway, so, like, they're investing into, like, IBM also because, I mean, they're too heavily reliant on Taiwan semiconductors. But IBM's been falling behind for a while, so. Anyway, so now, I mean, I'm really not, like, when did this push up? Yeah, the NASDAQ pushed up almost, it hit 25,000 actually yesterday. So, kind of annoying with me yesterday, you know, I actually tried a short, I tried a short here, I think. What time was that? At 9:40, 40-ish. I think there was a 1 minute FEG there. Because we came into a 1 hour zone I had marked out bearish fair value gap, and then we were rejecting. That being said, I did see that it did hold up in this bullish FEG. So once I saw this and I saw that actually ES was looking stronger, I was pretty much like, okay, I'd probably get stopped out. So it was a quick stop out. You know, held it for 6 minutes. And I tried to look for longs, and this just literally just didn't retrace enough. So I'm down $800. Like, I'm down 20 points from that, and I'm not really worried at all about it. But don't worry, everyone on Twitter yelling at me for shorting at all-time highs. But I mean, like, there's always pullbacks at all-time highs, so I think it's funny. Like, relax, bro, I tried it for 20 points. It's like, and then you have people saying, like, negative $800 is a small loss for you. Yeah, at this point it is. So it's not even my full risk,
Okay,
Twitter can be toxic. It's funny because, like, I like to post the show, like, yeah, I'm not taking wins every day and whatever, and then it's like then everyone that wants to feel better about themselves or like wants to show how much smarter they are than you Really? They just look dumb. So anyway, we didn't do much so far. ES is a little bit stronger. Yeah, we had this like consolidation overnight. And what did I mark out here for ES? I marked out like previous day high.
Yeah.
MFX Legacy said, I'm surprised Max options vibes with you since he's such an ICT hater. I was surprised too. I mean, I usually get a trader meetup that this company hosted. And he was there. And I was like, oh, I know you. I literally went up to him, I was like, I know you. You hate my mentor. Because I know him because he like reacts to stuff, and he actually reacted to one of my streams. I think a long time ago, like an hour, a year and a half ago at this point, I think, where I was like long and ICT then said he was short. And I was just kind of like, oh well, like I'm already in my longs. I have my thesis for a reason. Held, and then the longs did work out. And that was pretty fun. It's kind of awesome because like that's I think the true test of how independent you are as a trader is if you came up with your plan and your thesis and then you find out, oh shoot, my mentor who I learned everything from is the opposite way, for you to just hold to your own conviction and your own analysis. Because trading is just about math in the end. It's just probabilities at the end. If you have your strategy. It's just not your fault it didn't work. If you're executing it all correctly, it's just math. You can't just get mad. Can't get mad at math. Now, why did I mark this out? It's a 2-minute fair value gap? Okay. Anyway, doesn't bother me anyway. So, the little win streak is over as it should be. Like, feels kind of good in a way because, taking a loss after being like on a hot streak and then it not being a big loss actually helps a lot with my confidence because I'm like, okay, took a loss, it wasn't a big deal at all, and I was able to just like not snowball it into something worse, because you know how many times happens where you take a small loss and then you're like, oh, okay, it's only 20 points, I can get that. That's such an easy thing to come back from, and then you're just pushing the button for that to happen right away for you to get it back. And then, even though and you stray from your strategy, that's probably like the worst case scenario. And none of that happened. So that was good. So that's the update so far for this month. What is it? The 23rd? Okay. Right? What's that updated? Like now it's updated here to where, yeah, took that $800 loss yesterday. It's all good. See that drawdown? It's coming back into the bullish fair value gap to go back higher, Osama Lamri says you don't trade Mondays. I do trade Mondays on Ninja Trader. Oh, we have a lot of people talking now. Okay, we have 9:45 news here. In 2 minutes, a minute and a half, and then we have 9:50. Trump is speaking. What is he speaking about, by the way? Does anyone know? Trump to give speech at UN General Assembly. Live updates. Okay. Wait, did this already happen? Oh no, okay, they're waiting for him. Alright. So, where are we in this, like, huge zone right now? I'd be kind of interested in longs if we came all the way down here. Wouldn't that be crazy? But I mean, I would be. The 4-hour FEG and a discount, and also a bunch of sell side here.
Bakatangira ibintu kari kuvuga nibyo natwe twakoze kare kahise wagira ngo kari gahari kari kudukopera.
Kuvuga ibiki?
Kari kuvuga ngo dufite ngo 4-hour FVG ngo niho gashaka ngo kurwayingira. Bro, you have been watching our stream, man.
That was a boy. Here we go. Here's the 9:45 a.m. news, and what do we do now? Just retraced a tiny bit and dropping again. Nasdaq.
Katanjamani.
Let me see where the speech is for Trump.
Narosi ejo wayibonye ukuntu nawe yayishyizemo ni nawe yari ari kuvugaho mu kanya ngo nawe yayishyizemo. I was like bro with the best.
Wapi mani irasi ejo mani nenuza mani
Niki
nukubera twari turi mu bihombo
ariko nyine n'ubundi n'aba pros nabo bararaburiye.
Twebwe ntabwo twarebe twayitiredinze niho tubarengeye mani.
Gute se kandi kwa mbere twe dukora
ari kuvuga ngo ni kuwa mbere mani. Yari iri kuri all time high kandi biragoye guseringira kuri all time high na itana breaking the market structure. Kuko ntabwo yari ya breaking the market structure, sinzi niba narabikweretse.
What's YM doing? I feel like I haven't tracked YM recently, and I feel like yesterday I heard that YM gave the SMT for us to go long.
Community itatu rero naho yari kuri all time high nyine hahandi hahera hejuru.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? When did you come from? Joe. Someone said I did an Australian accent earlier. Probably. I don't remember. I'll just slip into an accent. I don't know, because I think it's fun.
No.
This is a giant bearish fair value gap in a discount this leg. Yes, just kind of consolidating.
No confirmation twakabonye. Just twabonye FVG.
I have the UN thing open for when Trump starts speaking.
Kandi ikintu kiri kuri all time high.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Tukenera confirmation.
Wait, is this on?
Kirango ku munota. ariko ubwo ni akantu ko wapozinga bigahita bigeramo aho ngaho. Si aho ngaho se none azuminga urabona ko hari harimo SMT aho yabouncing.
Okay, so here we are in that higher Fair Valley gap. Can take me higher.
nyine uraniye FVG imaze gukoramo.
There might not be such a clean setup.
Ugereranyije na ES urabona ko harimo
SMT. There's no SMT at the high. Well, YM is definitely taking out that previous daily high. So YM at
no market structure yo ku break.
YM is at all-time highs.
Aho yari igeze
all-time highs.
uko ko yasubiye muri FVG.
TY is going to play catch up.
iyi manuka ka breaking ako karowaro ko yari imaze gukora.
YM is
kaka breaking. Nubwo twarivuga ati wenda turanticipatinga yuko tushaka kuza gukoramo agaseri, ariko kubera ko yari kuri all time high urumva nyine nuko nyine dukeneye amafaranga mwana.
It's 9:50 already. Yeah, YM just like straight up. This is YM. Straight up.
Must do.
It's open. It's kind of crazy. Who trades that?
Now aboro hageze kuvuga kare hageze ku bouncing.
So like you just have the indices really out of sync with each other, to be honest with you. That's what's happening right now.
Aho hejuru okay shushanya kara kantu ira FVG yo ku minota 5 ira inversion sorry.
There we go.
Inversion ku ruhande gutyo. Hirya kuri opposite yaho aho ngaho.
Mooning, give Nasdaq dropped a tiny bit and then yes, just in the middle.
Ku breaking.
Yeah.
Yagarutse ndumva yakozemo ringa nko kubona tumwe nigeze kubona ko yakozemo.
Let's see how we react to this area. So far, what Nasdaq rejected it, dropped down, couldn't make a new low of the day. Now it's coming back up into this bearish fair value gap, so I'm just kind of monitoring it. Does Trump start speaking yet? No. Oh, there's someone like translating somebody. I think that's.
Yes, you're going to come on.
Why are you guys scared of Trump? Says Sunnyside. Nobody's scared of Trump at all.
Yeah.
We have 10 AM news also, so. Beyondry says they say there's no volatility in YM, but most of the time it's more volatile than NQ and ES. I definitely think it does have the volatility in it. It's just I think a lot of people don't feel as comfortable trading it since ICT doesn't cover it too much. There's just like a different vibe to it, definitely. It's like it's typically inversely correlated to Nasdaq, so if you're like always on Nasdaq's charts, then looking at YM can be a little bit disorienting since it's inversely correlated a lot of the times. And then, if you walk in with a bearish bias for Nasdaq and then you're mostly focused on that, YM starts looking bullish, then, you know, what do? Do you abandon your NASDAQ? Maybe later on NASDAQ drops. That's why people like to kind of specialize in NASDAQ. It moves nicely. Moves a lot. Most days. Yesterday, it moved a lot actually yesterday, right? Because in the afternoon that happened with the NVIDIA news. Wasn't that wild? Do 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 do. I think I could understand. All right. Yes, did not hit previous day high. NASDAQ made like an equal high there in that bearish fair value gap. Now it's here, it's low. New low of day. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ new low of day. See what it does. Wicked it. I mean, see what happens here. Is it going to inverse this? ES not doing much at all. Is Trump speaking yet? Not yet. I have a little window open on the side to see if he does start talking. Yeah, I don't think that like what he's going to say here at the UN General Assembly is going to really affect the market much. But we'll see. But we do have this moderate news at Orange Folder at 10 a.m. Man, I hope today's not like a snooze fest. I mean, yesterday was a pretty big up day, right? What was the range yesterday? How many points did we move on the NASDAQ? Not that crazy, honestly. We only moved 277 points. Okay. Average true range last 5 days is 231.29 points. Okay.
wabonye ko hari na future ya Goldman.
I wish that ES took previous day high for me to want to take a short, you know?
bayita GC gusa kuyitradinga wishyura amadolari
See what this RTH hours look like. Okay, nothing, like nothing. I can't take this short right now. Nope. I'll just wait if we, you know, if we have this 4 hour H4 fair value gap marked down, maybe we do end up coming into here and then having a strong reaction for longs. It'd be kind of a big drop. Actually not that bad, 157 points. So then we could move back up
We're not going to
after that. Okay. What's a D? Daily candle.
Yeah.
So if we remove 94 points on the day. Alright, so I'm going to write down a couple of things I was just talking about. Average true range of NASDAQ. $231, and ES is about what the heck? Oh right, I wanted it on the daily.
ushobora kutaza kugera hariya hose hano hose
bari garukiye ni muri nuza
46.
muri consequential
0.5.
encroachment yo ku masaha.
12 points so far on the day. Yes, very small range. Very small range.
kabisa.
And Trump's not even speaking yet. So it's like some other guy. I think the Brazilian president, maybe. Yeah, it's the Brazilian president speaking. Guys, we barely moved on the 4 hour for ES. And NASDAQ also just small move lower. This is the 4 hour. That just closed for ES. You know, what did it do? It swooped this tiny low in this huge fair value gap, right? NASDAQ's a little bit deeper in this range. Let me delete some of this. Okay. NASDAQ's holding lower. So it's pretty much low resistance. Run lower so far. I don't really have an idea of where I would want to short it to. I'd rather wait for a long. Just don't like shorting it because of the. Yes, really did pause right there. Kind of annoying.
ES nayo tinenye tahiwe.
Yes, took that out this previous daily high. It would be kind of like a different story. I guess like you could go and say it's a 15-minute. You took out London high. Nasdaq didn't.
Sino kuvuga ngo nuza yaho ngaho gusa niyo wenda ya ES nayo yaba ishyika muri icyo kimwe cya kabiri cy'iyo nuza gusa nayo ikazamuka.
Yeah, the 10 a.m. news already passed. I didn't even notice because that wasn't even much of a mover. Okay. I'm gonna delete this middle line. What did we do during that 10 a.m. news? Nothing really. Nothing. Nasdaq swept and made a new low of the session. Couldn't have no continuation. See now as it comes back down up into this area again, maybe. Yes, do. Not much at all. Like that's your SMT there, and then like I guess that's it.
I'm
not really particularly bearish for me to want to do this. I feel like the shorts. The short situation is tough. Because of like the indices are so out of sync. It'd be different if ES kind of started to fall apart here, and it's not. Right, oh, it took out previous 4-hour high, and then also took out previous 4-hour low, and I don't even know. And that was previous. Okay. That was first. That happened first, then it took out the high. Now what? It's still, it'll be different, like I said, if ES started rolling over, but it's just literally barcoding. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Yeah, we're just like in a giant FEG in NASDAQ, which is why I don't want to short it. It could retreat. I mean, ideally, I would want it to come to here and like look for longs there. It's very dangerous when I want to like short on a lower time frame to retrace on a higher one. Yesterday my short was like a bit different because I had marked out this hourly FEG up here as a point of interest, right? And that was from pre-market. And we were actually rejecting it at first, but then we blew past it. Is Trump speaking it? No. Still talking about Brazil. And so actually there's already SMT. Are you talking about bullish or bearish SMT? I see the London high one. But that's why I want more downside from ES. Like, we didn't do anything here. It's like he's done now. He didn't, dude. I didn't even. I've been having this up the whole time. Oh, the Brazilian guy's done now. Yeah, Brazilian president.
Utuntu twabaye uri kubona ukuntu iri kudukoresha nabi.
reka dukoresha nabi reka
You have that's S&T.
gutya ariko ni ari n'igihe iba itaragira mwana hari igihe iba itarakaviyora cyane.
Yeah, and then we did break down NASDAQ. But what I don't like is that ES made a new low day there and didn't displace.
Kuva kenshi urabona nka kuriya ko yari yakaviyoye harya ngo bahita ngo ikira nimba ngo bahita inini wagiye terime yayo ariko akenshi iyo iyi itayigize nyine gutyo nyine ngo ubone nyine nk'uko aba yarengeje ako kantu iyo yifomingiye hejuru urumva iri likely kongera ikaza igakoramo. Urabona kuri ES birimo kugenda ari sawa ni kuri nasi ari ikibazo iri likely kongera igakoramo so igahita izamuka.
Hello, Madam First Lady.
Trump ari kubwejagura ibiki man.
Thank you very much for being here.
None se man
Madam President,
iyi bayi turaza kwiherekeza cyangwa turaza kuyikoresha?
distinguished delegates, ambassadors, and world leaders.
We see some volatility.
Since I last stood in
na
Grand
gutya ariko kari gakozemo ariko reka dutegereze.
at peace in my first term. Since that day, the guns of war
niba wayishyiraho cyangwa
the peace I forged on two continents. An era of calm and stability gave way to one of the great crises of our time. Here in the United States, 4 years of weakness, lawlessness, and radicalism under the last administration delivered our nation into a repeated set of disasters. 1 year ago, our country was in deep trouble. Today, just 8 months into my administration, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. There is no other country even close. America is blessed with the strongest economy, the strongest borders, the strongest military, the strongest friendships, and the strongest spirit of any nation on the face of the earth.
Shit.
It's the golden age of America. We are rapidly reversing the economic calamity that we inherited from the previous administration, including ruinous
The price is moving.
record-setting inflation we've never had before. Under my leadership, energy costs are down, gasoline prices are down, grocery prices are down, mortgage rates are down, and inflation has been defeated. The only thing that's up is the stock market, which just hit a record high. In fact,
The only thing up is the stock market.
48 times last short period of time. Growth is surging.
48 times. Damn.
Stock market, as I said, is doing better than it's ever done. All of you in this room benefit by that. Almost everybody. And importantly, workers.
I don't like that we didn't invert this.
Space in more than 60 years. That's what it's all about.
So there's no bullishness
4
yet.
years of President Biden had less than $1 trillion of new investment in the United States. 8 months since I took office, we have secured commitments and money already paid, $17 trillion. Think of it, 4 years, less than $1 trillion, 8 months, much more than $17 trillion.
See if we invert this.
Is now pouring in from all parts of the world. Implemented the largest tax cuts in American history and the largest regulation cuts in history. making this once and again the best country on earth to do business.
Let me see if I can make this better.
Are investing in America. Awfully good investment during this 8 months.
There, that's better.
First term, I built the
I don't
greatest
need-
economy in the world. We have the best economy ever in the world. I'm doing the same thing again, but this time actually much bigger, better. Numbers far surpassed record-setting first term. On our southern border, we have successfully repelled a colossal invasion. The last 4 months, that's 4 months in a row, the number of illegal aliens admitted and entering our country has been zero. Because if you look back just a year ago, it was billions and billions bringing from all over the world, from prisons, mental institutions, drug dealers, all over the world they came, poured into our country. Ridiculous open border policy of the Biden administration. Our message is very simple. If you come illegally into the United States, going to jail, you're going back to where you came from, perhaps even further than that. I want to thank the country of El Salvador for the job they've done, giving and jailing so many criminals in our country. Previous administration, the number became record-setting. They're all taken out. Of course, other countries have not. Other countries are in the exact same situation with immigration, destroying your country. You have to do something about it. On the world stage, America is respected again like it has never been respected before. About 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or 1 year ago, we were a laughing stock all over the world. At the NATO summit in June, virtually all NATO members formally committed to increase defense spending at my request from 2% to 5% of GDP, making our alliance far stronger and more powerful than it was ever before. Today I travel to the Middle East, visit my friends and rebuild our partnerships in the Gulf and those valued relationships with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, other countries are now, I believe, closer than ever before. My administration has negotiated one historic trade deal after another, including with the United Kingdom, European Union, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, and
I'm just consolidating.
likewise in
Trump, say something, bro.
7 unendable wars. They said they were unendable. Never going to get them solved. Some were going 31 years, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28 years. I ended 7 wars. And in all cases, they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. This includes Cambodia, Thailand, Kosovo, and Serbia, the Congo, Rwanda, violent war that was, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan. Included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. Did it in just 7 months. Never been honored to. Bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations not even tried to help in any of them. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations, escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. First lady wasn't in great shape. She would have fallen. Great shape. Both in good shape.
I don't know what he's talking about, the war between Kosovo and Serbia.
Teleprompter that didn't work.
Like, that was a really, really long, that was a long time ago.
Bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. Thank you very much.
What is he talking about there?
By the way, it's working now. It's going on. Thank you. I think I should do it the other way. It's easier. Thank you very much. I didn't think of it at the time because I was too busy working to save millions of lives. That is the saving.
But he's right though. Like, I mean, the
United Nations wasn't there for us. It wasn't there. But if it really happened,
like, they needed to increase the spending from 2% to 5%. Literally, like, otherwise the U.S. always has to like bail people out with their military, and then people get mad at the U.S. for being the world police.
But at least now we'll write a really strongly worded letter.
That is wild to like give a speech and then be like at the place where you're like, you guys didn't help at all.
War and war action. Now, after ending all of these wars and also earlier negotiating the Abraham Accords, which is a very big thing for which our country received no credit, never received.
This is like such a, if this is long, like the reversal is so long, I don't like it at all. It's very ugly, very
For
choppy.
me, the real prize will be the sons and daughters who live to grow up, mothers and fathers who longer be endless and unglorious. What I care about is not winning prizes, it's prizes. A very successful developer in New York. The renovation and building of very
Someone from Kosovo is in the chat.
I
Kay,
said at the time that I would do it for $500 million.
what's up, Kosovo? Yeah, are you in a war? Were you in a war this year, Kosovo? I don't think so. Kosovo's been like independent since like 2009, 2008.
Actually, are in favor about it. I realized that they did not know. So they got product that was built was sentence. CDO. Well, it turned out to be right. They had massive between $2 and $4 billion on the building. Did not even get the marble floor. Open to rocks.
The marble floors?
Building.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Still haven't finished.
He's talking about this building, a building with escalators.
That Congress testified before them on the tremendous waste of money because it turned out that
It's true.
what it was, but they knew it was we're between $2 and $4 billion as opposed to $500 million guarantee.
It's true. Government spends way too much money.
Unfortunately, many things in the United Nations are happening just like that, but on an even much bigger scale, much bigger. And to see whether the UN can manage to play a productive role. I've come here today to offer the hand of American leadership and friendship, any nation in this assembly that is willing to join us in forging a safer, prosperous world. And it's a world that we'll be much happier with, dramatically better futures within our reach. But to get there, we must check the failed approaches, past, and work together to confront some of the greatest threats. There's no more serious danger to our planet today than the most powerful weapons ever devised by man, which the United States has used. Just as I did in my first term, I've made.
Okay, he's saying that we have a lot of nuclear weapons.
Priority starting. My position is very simple. The world's number one sponsor of terror never be allowed to possess the money. That's why short after taking off.
The thing is about me shorting, I don't like that there's equal highs here. And I don't like how much we just hanging around here. I see the SMT, but
James' answer was to continue their constant threats to their neighbors and express interest about the region. Some great countries that are right nearby. Today, many of Iran's former militaries, we say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead. 3 months ago, in Operation Midnight Hammer, 7 American B-2 bombers dropped the 30,000-pound each bombs on Iran's key nuclear facility, totally obliterating everything. No other country could have done what we did. No other country has equipment to do what we did. Greatest weapons on earth. We hate to use them. But we did something that 22 years people wanted to do. With Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity demolished, I immediately brokered an end to the 12-day war, as it's called, with Israel and Iran. Both sides agreed to fight. As everyone knows, I have also been deeply engaged in seeking a ceasefire in Gaza. Fortunately, Hamas has repeatedly rejected reasonable offers to make peace. October 2nd, and now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. Rewards be too great. Hamas, their atrocities should be the reward for horrible atrocities. Including October 2nd, even while they refused to release the hostages. Instead of giving to Hamas, giving so much, and taking so much, so long ago. But instead of giving in to Hamas's demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages. Release the hostages. We've got to come together. We'll come together. Get it done. We have to stop the war in Gaza immediately. We have to stop it. Get it done. We have to negotiate.
we still didn't. We made a new low of day for ES, but
We want all 20 back. We don't want 2, 4.
we made a new low day for ES just now, but Nasdaq didn't, and we're just really it's a slow grind. It's just barcoding kind of.
The last 20 are going to be the hardest. And exactly what happened. We have to get them back now. We don't want to get back 2, and another 2, and then 1, and then 3. This process. No, we want them all back, and we want the actually 38 dead bodies back too. His parents came to me, and they want them back, and they want them back very quickly and very badly, as though they were alive. They want them every bit as much as if their son or they were alive. We've also been working relentlessly, stopping the killing in Ukraine. But that would be of the 7 wars that I stopped. That would be the easiest because of my relationship with President Putin, which had always been a good one. But that was going to be the easiest one. But you know, in war, you never know what's going to happen. There are always lots of surprises, both good and bad. Everyone thought Russia would win this war in 3 days. But it didn't work out that way. It was to be just a quick little skirmish. Not making Russia look good. Making them look bad. what happens from here on out. This was something that should have taken a matter of days, certainly less than a week. And they've been fighting for 3.5 years, killing anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 young soldiers, mostly soldiers, on both sides, every single week, from 5,000 to 7,000 dead young people, and some in cities, much smaller numbers, where rockets are shot, where drones are dropped. This war never started if I were president. This was a war that should have never happened. It shows you what leadership is, what bad leadership can do to a country, what happened to the United States, where we are right now in just a short period of time. The only question now is how many more lives will be needlessly lost on both sides. China and India are the primary funders of the ongoing war by continuing to purchase Russian oil. But inexcusably, even NATO countries.
Nice job, Frank Stevens.
Russian.
He said, exhausted by the chop, got out for 4.8 hour win. Nice, dude. What'd you do? Like short the first this 2 minute?
Against themselves. Okay, I've heard of that one. In the event that Russia is not ready to make a deal.
We still never inverted this. There's no reversal for bullishness. This was starting to look good, but no follow through yet.
Very quickly, but for those tariffs to be effective, European nations, all of you are gathered here right now, would have to join us in adopting the exact same measures. You're much closer to the city. We have an ocean. You're right there. And Europe has to step it up.
I just don't want to short. There's so many equal highs, equal highs, equal highs.
Buying oil and gas from Russia while they're fighting Russia.
It's true.
Embarrassing to them. Very embarrassing to them when I found out about it, I can tell you that. They have to immediately cease all energy purchases from Russia. Otherwise, we're all wasting a lot of time. I'm ready to discuss this. We're going to discuss nations all gathered here. Speak about it, but that's the way it is. Seek to reduce the threat of dangerous weapons.
Yeah, Powell is speaking also today at 12.
50? Once and for all, biological,
12:35.
Indi try ya nyuma mwana.
even beyond of the development of nuclear weapons. You know, and I get to do it all the time. Sir, would you like to see? And I look at weapons that are so powerful. We just can't ever use them. If we ever use them, the world literally might come to an end. There would be no United Nations talking about. Just a few years ago, reckless experiments overseas gave us a devastating global pandemic. And despite the worldwide catastrophe, countries are continuing to research bioweapons.
Another equal high.
Unbelievably dangerous. There's potential.
I feel like there's such low volume in the market right now.
We need an international effort.
Like people, is there anyone in the chat that trades volume? Let me know what the relative volume is for today. I feel like it's super low.
Hopefully, plan to start it.
Oh yeah, Jewish holiday. Is that today? Yeah, it's Rosh Hashanah.
Ever. Not only is the UN not solving problems that often, it's actually creating new problems for us to solve. Number one, migration. Uncontrolled. Countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries. Their borders. 24, the UN budgeted 370 120,000 miles. United States. That is supporting people. UN also provided food, shelter, transportation, and regards to resilience. Howard's involved.
We've done nothing for how many minutes now?
A year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in, 25 million altogether over
For 33 minutes.
competent by the
It's like a slow grind lower. ES is starting to look weaker.
What took place is totally unacceptable. The UN stopping victims not create them. Yes. The idea that people from foreign lands will be permitted to travel halfway around the world.
reka mbe nikorera utumanyeri mwana kabe nikorera utumanyeri mba ndimo ndagahuha mani ndebe ko hari ikintu cyava mu fu
America belongs to the American people, and I encourage both countries.
mane will come
ibintu tuba dutredinzemo ndake
Infotainment said he tried to short ES and got
market iri
close
cupa
to
imana
breaking
none
even.
twazatredinga ryari
I didn't take a trade yet.
kwa gatanu
Aided by a force of illegal aliens like
zatredinga ku itariki ya mbere
aliens are pouring into nobody doing anything to change it, get them out. It's not sustainable because they choose to be politically correct. There's just absolutely nothing about it.
ni ugutegereza kwa gatanu tukaba aribwo dukora
Look at London where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor.
ahubwo uyu munsi nibidakunda ejo tuzakora umunsi wose
Want to go to be a law in a different country and do it. But the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe. Something
kuko
is not done.
noneho ko nabonye turi muri 800
This cannot be sustained. What makes it
magana
also
inani njye
beautiful
nabyiboneye mani
Yeah, lock and Yuga. That's pretty much it.
sinzi igihe bihe
right to control their own.
ntabwo mu kanya ntabwo washyizeho se balance ntabwo yagaragaraga mani
Limit the sheer numbers
njye
of
nabiboneyeho
migrants
kuri iyo
entering their
taburo igihe
country,
cyo
Yeah.
wageraga
paid for by the
Kind of interesting. Nasdaq's still holding up in here, holding in this.
nanjye reka
Yeah,
mbe
this
nka
SMT
musinga
is not really
magana
holding.
inani
We made another low on ES.
proud nations must be allowed to
reka mbe nka
protect
musinga
their
trading is scam bro
societies are overwhelmed by people.
ibintu
Yeah, Nasdaq's still
ibintu
doing very low,
nimubireke
which is kind of weird to me because it was weaker, right?
kiriya kijama mani ya kijama ni fake
Lodge falls, cyber
kiss
We're not doing much today. We're negative 10% on,
trading iraba
negative 0.10% on ES and negative 0.21 on Nasdaq.
We will always have a big heart for places that are struggling and truly compassionate. Answers will be given.
kuba bora afite
To
imbaraga
solve problems, we have to solve it in their countries. Problems. We are very helpful. Countries unable to send their people. Used to send them to us in caravans of 25, 30,000 each. These massive caravans.
Very mixed day.
Pouring into our country, totally unchecked and unvetted. According to Council of Europe in 2024, almost 50% of inmates in German prisons were foreign national migrants.
saka kayiyesi kanze gukoparate
53%.
ES iri gusa nabi
Were there now. Greece, the number was 54%. Switzerland, 72%. Outside.
Lock Nugan says it's not even a useful constant if it is it. It is if it confirms.
Repaid kindness, and that's what they did. They repaid kindness with crime. Time to end.
If SMT doesn't hold, then you extend the line. No, you delete the line. I'm extending the line because this is still an
tuba tugeze muri
SMT.
kimwe cya kabiri
Nasdaq still didn't make a new low here.
iminota mirongo itatu
America, we've taken bold action. We shut down uncontrolled migration. Once we started detaining and deporting everyone who crossed the border, moving illegal aliens from the States, they simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. They're not coming. This was a humanitarian act for all involved. On the trips up, thousands of people a week were dying. Women were being raped. Never seen anything. Raped, horribly beaten, raped. The trip up, the journey up, it was a long.
Yes, irasa nabi man.
It was also a historic victory against
No more equal highs. It swept that equal high here.
what we did.
Still never inverted
So
this.
many lives of people that wouldn't make the journey. That journey was loaded up with death. Loaded up with death. Dead bodies all along the roads of jungles. You get up, go through jungles, they go through
Hano ntabwo igaragara
areas so
hejuru
hot you
ndakora
couldn't breathe. They were dying of suffocation. Areas so hot. You couldn't breathe. Dead bodies all over. They're not coming. We're saving others' lives.
ES ifominze nawe wa bora urabona sinzi niba ako kantu zirimo irakubahiriza ariko irimo iranayubahiriza ako ka FVG ko kiyo hirya
Prisoners from all over the world. Previous administration also lost nearly 300,000 children. Think of that. They lost more than 300,000 children trafficked into the United States on the Biden watch, many of whom have been raped, exploited, and abused, and sold. Talks about that. The fake news doesn't write about it. Many others, young children who are missing or dead, found children back, been sending them back to their parents. I said, where do you come from? We'll figure it out and we'll bring them back to their homes. Mother and father rush to the door and the tears in their eyes. They can't believe that they're seeing their son.
Do I watch Powell? Yeah, but that's at 12:35 today.
Almost 30,000 so far. And he says,
aho habora mwana habora harakomeye iyo yaba yifumingiraga hejuru yaho wenda nko kuri kande y'umunota tugitsinze ariko ayo mawiki niyo ndimo kwanga
we are continuing to work, track down buildings that are causing this problem, and also, as I said, to get back the 30,000 already returned. I'm going to find a lot. I'm going to find all of them, 300, more than 300,000. They're lost or they're dead. They're lost. Animals. Citizens have also designated multiple savage drug cartels as far as
yatubabarira n'ubundi ko iyi challenge igihe cyadusize byibuza tukazarangira turi muri profit ntidusebe mu mubakwe arya ngo ni ugusaba mu mubakwe iki kinyarwanda ajya akoresha ni ugukora iki mu bakwe kimwe cya kabiri ubwo yakigezemo ubu yakutse
Yeah, we're starting to get some action here. We inverted this. We took out those equal highs. So now I'm kind of just waiting to see what the reaction is. Are we going to make a bullish fair value gap, which we kind of just did, and now I want to see if we're going to respect it or not. And to answer someone, Nugent, who was asking me the question earlier about the SMTs, like, this is where SMTs are helpful, because if you get so many on either side, like, what does that tell you about the market? It's like super uncorrelated, and that price is not having a clear direction if you're getting so many divergences, right? There's not any clean reversals. If you have, like, you know, we had the SMT at the high and then at the low, and like now if we get one at the high again, then it's just going to be like, oh, well, it's truly like a 50-50 situation. There's no point for me to then put a lot of risk down. So anyway, let's see what happens here. If we just bleed down through here, I mean, we took out all equal highs here and here. It could be a high resistance run lower.
It doesn't below.
That's funny where I'm muted and you just talk about windmills. So now we inverted this again. So like,
Especially energy. Make money with energy, not lose money to governments.
this went nowhere, right? Equal highs got swiped, inversion.
Very few wind farms. So why is it that they build them and they send them all over the world, but they barely use them? Don't they gas?
It's truly like 50-50. I don't feel like we're going to be doing much.
Europe, on the other hand, is a long way to go with many countries. Think of construction because of the green energy. And I give a lot of credit to Germany. Germany was being led down a very sick path.
gutyo ubundi gutyo byanaturangiranye mani no gushaka
They were going green.
I don't think we're going to do much more
amaraso
than
gusa
ES will get to pre-market low.
Back to where they were.
minimizing amaraso dusigaze
Safe.
intuza
Properly. Went back to where they were and they opened
cyangwa
up
ntabwo ushaka gucikeninga uta
using plants.
ntabyo gucikeninga buto
Well, I give Germany a lot of credit.
hano
Said this is a disaster what's happening.
We're literally
itari yayirenga
All green is full bankrupt,
twinjiriyemo
what it represents. And not politically correct, I'll be very badly criticized. To tell the truth. New York City, I'm feeling a lot safer. We're getting. By the way, speaking of crime, Washington, D.C.
ibyo navugaga ni
this
nirayo
business isn't really holding this inversion, right?
yazamutse cyagiye ikora muri 50%. Rero ntabwo
It's a
yagezemo
totally safe city. Everyone's going out to dinner. They're going out to restaurants. Your wife can walk down the middle of the street without you. Nothing's going to happen.
Honestly, I'd like to go to DC now to see what it's like there, because I went. When was it?
We're politically correct.
I went when Biden was president. It was not a good
1,700 career criminals
area.
back to where they came from, the countries where they came from, put them in jails. Washington, D.C. is now a totally safe city again, and I welcome you to come. In fact, we'll have dinner together at a local restaurant. We'll be able to walk. We don't have to go by an armored vehicle. Walk right over there from the White House. They've given up their powerful edge. A lot of the countries we're talking about oil and gas, such as essentially closing the great North Sea oil.
Yeah, Lock Nugan. So if there's an SMT on the top and the bottom, it's best not to trade, and for another confluence to line up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now,
And I said, you're sitting with the greatest.
it looks more good for shorts than longs, right? Took these equal highs. Said I didn't want to short with equal highs above. It took them, inverted this, failure, came back, disrespected this bullish inversion, right? So I probably put this back to red. ES has this pre-market low. It's like hovering above. I would think it takes it out. But it's crazy how it's just like a tiny sell side and it's such a slow grind lower. You know, if it's a good market, from here, this SMT, the SMT of NQ, this would have been a strong reaction and then it would have been a quick short from here to here, this would have taken like 5 minutes. But it didn't. It took how long? It's not even there yet. It's 47 minutes to move not even 10 handles, right? Right, honestly, from this low to this low, it's 5 handles. And the way that, yeah, so it never displaced here to have a clean. That's what I was kind of looking for sure. It's came back up again. And then Nasdaq hung around here forever. Yeah. So now he's talking about windmills again. Solar panel.
Whatever the hell happens,
Climate change.
Climate change, no matter what happens, involved in that, with global warming, global cooling, all of these decisions made by the United Nations and the others, often for bad reasons, were wrong. Were made by stupid people that of course their countries, same countries, no chance to get away from this green scam.
Logan Scott said he tried to be disciplined and not trade Monday yesterday, and the easiest longs ever presented itself, and now today sucks. Welcome to trading, buddy. That's okay.
Telling you that if you don't get away from
Best-selling Trump hat. Dude, how did he fit that in there? I agree with a good amount of things that he said about, yeah, they were too reliant on Russian oil. I mean, Germany closed all its nuclear power plants, and then that's basically why Russia thought it could invade Ukraine, because they're too dependent on Russia's energy.
Love don't love like that. I can't love like that. I can't love like that. No, can't love like that. Love don't love like that. I can't love like that. I can't love like that. No, can't love like that. Love don't love like that. Love don't love like that. I can't love like that. I can't love like that. Can't love like that. Love don't love like that. I can't love like that. Talking behind your back. Told me to love on you. How you gon' hate on that? Trauma in my melody, but I found me a better thing. God said I'm your remedy. Just gotta remember me. This a 1 Corinthians banger. Ran into the